Well, hello there, YouTube. It is Friday! Friday! This video is a direct response to Mr. OhCurt, who dropped a comment in one of my last videos regarding the types of therapy I am giving Joe's father. He asked if I actually manipulate the bones as I work with him. Now, the term manipulate bones is actually kind of a loaded one because chiropractors and osteopaths perform adjustments. Now, massage therapists, most states have said that they cannot perform adjustments, so I do not perform adjustments. Now, it happens from time to time that I will be massaging someone and loosen up the soft tissue, and a facilitation of the bones and joints occur, and a release of gas in the joint capsule can be heard, and that kind of sounds the same as an adjustment, but it really isn't, because an adjustment really is a very hard, fast thrusting maneuver. What I do with Joe's father is a mixture of two techniques. The first one being myofascial unwinding, and the second being cranial sacral therapy. Now, myofascial unwinding is a great therapy, but it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of time. The way that myofascial unwinding takes shape is like this. Think of the body as a set of layers, like an onion, or better yet, think of it as a web, like a wool sweater. It has intricate pieces that interconnect with one another. Now, if you're walking in a garden with that wool sweater and perhaps you come across a branch or a rose bush and it snags and starts pulling the string from that sweater out of whack, it distorts the sweater. You get a loop, you get tension, you get binding. Now, very carefully, you can take that sweater and ease each one of the threads back into its place and get your sweater back. It works perfectly. It looks fantastic. It feels fabulous. The same can be said with myofascial unwinding. Using very gentle pressure, you start at the surface of the body and work layer by layer, deeper and deeper into the body, releasing the adhesions between each layer of skin and tissue. As this happens, heat is released as the bonds are broken, and many times your hand feels incredibly hot, and the patient or the client feels warmth in the region. It's fantastic. You get so much range of motion restored to the tissue that people think you have magic hands, and well, some people actually do. The second phase of therapy is actually cranial sacral therapy. Now, this was developed by Dr. John Upledger and falls into the whole woo-woo energy type of massage therapy. Now, this therapy is kind of cool. Now, a lot of people will tell you that the bones of the skull are actually immovable and that the sutures between each of the different types of bones cannot be moved at all. This is not the case. What you do is you use a very finite amount of pressure, and just like you unwind the muscles and the tissue of the body, you can actually feel where the bones are and ease them back into their optimal position. Each bone has a rhythm, and what you're doing is listening for that rhythm with your fingers or your hand until they're back into place. Now, typically what I do is I'll start and at the base of the cervical region, work my way up the neck, and then reposition all the bones of the head. It's a great therapy. It takes about a half hour to do just that region of the body, and the results are pretty impressive. I'm actually looking forward to trying to work in a day I can do like 3 or 4 sessions in a single day and see if that actually does even more for him. That being said, I may actually do a video series on what one of my passions actually happens to be, and that is applied kinesiology. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.